Hello, everybody. My name is Dean Davis, and this is Multiply, the podcast that provides a word of encouragement for village church planters. One of the most beautiful features of the Village Church Planting Training Program is its focus on telling God's big story by telling individual Bible stories in chronological order. At Christmas time, maybe more than any other time of the year, we need to remember God's big story and tell it to all who will listen. The world we live in is broken. We see brokenness all around us, but this was not God's original design. God created the world so that we could experience his love and so we could love one another. The world he created was good, but the first man, Adam, and the first woman, Eve, disobeyed God. Their rebellion brought brokenness to our world. God saw that the descendants of Adam and Eve could not and would not turn back to him. So he took matters into his own hands. He called a man named Abram to follow him. God said to Abram, "All peoples on earth will be blessed through you." The descendants of Abram knew God, but they persisted in their sin and rebellion. God sent many prophets to teach them, correct them, and guide them in a better way, but they continued in their rebellion. Finally, 2,000 years after calling Abram, in the fullness of time, God sent his one and only son to be born in Bethlehem. A song called King of Kings tells it this way: "In the darkness we were waiting, without hope, without light, till from heaven you came running. There was mercy in your eyes. To fulfill the law and prophets, to a virgin came the word. From a throne of endless glory to a cradle in the dirt." That's right. God sent his son to take on flesh and face the life we face. God so loved the world that he gave his one and only son so that whoever puts their trust in him may have abundant eternal life. Jesus was confronted with challenges, threats, and temptations, just as we are. Yet he faced them all without rebelling against God. In everything he did, Jesus showed love for God and love for his neighbor. But sinful men nailed him to a cross. Jesus, the Son of God, bled and died, but on the third day he rose from the dead. He came once to show the way, to suffer, and to die. He is coming again to rule over a new heaven and a new earth in which there will be no more sorrow and no more tears. So we love him, we trust him, and we obey him, and we rejoice as we await his second coming. This is God's big story, the story of Christmas, when his son took on flesh and became one of us, is an important part of that big story. So tell it well and tell it often. Tell others and tell it over again to yourself. Tell it to your family and to your church. Tell it to your village and your nation. It is the greatest story ever told. This has been Multiply, and I'm Dean Davis asking, who will you share this encouraging word with today?